What is up, guys? It is Top Mess Entertainment, and welcome back to the next development blog by Drakeling Labs, and of course, Operation Hard Doorstop. Today is development blog number 14. This is for September of 2021. Of course, as you know, it's almost November, so they're recapping on past months and current stuff that they're working on. So welcome to the 14th development blog for Operation Hard Doorstop. In this update, we will be reviewing the work that had the team completed in the month of September 2021. To start off, I would like to recap the new roadmap that we recently put out for Operation Hard Doorstop, looking at the next 6 months. So, of course, in October, which we're currently in October, animation overhaul is underway, which is very, very good. And it includes stuff like ADS reloading, mounting weapons to surfaces, utilizing bipods, and vaulting. Blue Drake just recently put out a video about that and what they're working on. I will try to link it down in the description for that video. Main menu overhaul. Once the animation overhaul is complete, we will immediately move into a full overhaul of both the main menu and in-game user interface, which will happen in October. And then also we have Steam distribution migrate to the new Steam playtest system in preparation for our upcoming public playtests, which I'm not. Let me see what that entails. The public release the game allows us to promote the game more freely. So I'd imagine they are going to move the system to, I guess, pay on Steam to adopt or to get the games. That way you don't have to go through the Patreon anymore, I believe. December is going to be the AI. So throughout all this time, we have had a separate team improving our AI. And this will allow AI to join squads, utilize different equipment, react to enemy fire, utilize different combat strategies. So they have already started working on it, and I believe they have already implemented the ability for AI to join squads. That's already a thing in the test build right now, is that the AI can join squads. I know that for a fact. If we go to their page right here, not that. Let's see, announcements. So let's see, the AI. There's major AI updates on 10.20, which the AI updates were basically to allow them to join squads and other things. So that was implemented on 10.20, which I'm going to showcase you guys at the end of this video. January, the Steam Workshop is going to be implemented, which is nice. February, new mechanics. Our work in February and March will focus on implementing new construction, logistics, and advanced medical system. This will allow for the construction of bases, reviving soldiers, and more complex gameplay mechanics going forward, which is really, really good. In April, there's going to be training and anti-cheat, which is nice. And then May, there are going to be vehicles, which, again, this is a lot of stuff. Like, from month to month, this is a lot of implementation. I guess we will see how the developers and Blue Drake will be able to do this in a timely manner. The base game is already pretty good. There's still a lot of shit they need to work on, but this roadmap is very, very crunch time, like very crunch time. So if they're going to implement all this stuff next year, like the training, anti-cheat vehicles, it's going to be a lot of stuff. I'm sure it's already in the works. I would highly doubt they have not already started. There's someone been working on it. I don't have a confirmation on that, but from this roadmap, seeing how everything is so close together and it's already November already, I would assume some of the stuff has already been working on the sides. We are still relatively on track with the last roadmap that we put out. However, we have recently been fortunate enough to have our opportunity to onboard a few new developers that will help us complete and overhaul the animation system, as well as the user interface, so that we had to adjust the order in which we tackle some of these tasks and bump the timeline out a bit as a result. This means that we have unfortunately had to focus on getting the list of implementation of vehicles back to a later date, which is okay. I mean, it's not a big deal. The maps aren't humongous, so it's not like vehicles are a necessity, which is not bad. Not a bad thing. Unfortunately, getting these tasks complete will be very important for numerous objectives, milestones that we have, which is really, really good. The animation overhaul will be an open door for some major improvements to our entire animation pipeline by allowing us to incorporate new features, weapon resting, bipod, and canted aiming, which I know they're working on. And it's actually very, very close for it to be implemented, which is nice. And UI improvements will also be the first step in allowing players to do things to having more control over the game settings, doing things like starting matches with bots without needing a console, which is very important because there's a lot of regular players that don't know how to use the console. So let's say you're starting a match, and before the match, you can set up like, oh, bots, and I want bots, or I don't want bots. That'd be nice. And then in a UI element, that'd be cool. With whole new server browser experience with filter systems, mod management, and more. In addition to the menu-based improvements, we will be redoing this entire in-game HUD UI with this overhaul, which is very, very good. Which means that will be sometime in November-ish through December, I'd imagine. We are currently still planning on a public playtest system on Steam, and now I'll be utilizing Steam's playtest system to do more, which is very, very cool. So, if you guys remember, Invictus is the current modern era of shooters. This looks like a Barrett. I'd imagine that's a Barrett. Very, very nice. Yeah, the Barrett M82. That's a very nice render of it without scope, of course. But, it's how most guns come without a scope until you put a scope on. Dragunov, that's a nice rendition. The Beretta, that's a really, really nice model. Ooh, that's a very, very realistic model. Is it MP45 maybe? MP443. It was close. So like an ACOG from Trigicon, which is the main supplier of the ACOG. And then an RMR, which is that little red dot. And then you have the aim point. That's a very, very nice aim point right there. And micro T1. I believe this is an M203. This is not the 302. This is a 203. Yes, it is. Because the 302 is a sideways opening, putting the grenade in type of attachment. This one's you slide up and then you slide back, kind of like a trombone. And then this is an EOTech G33. Looks like a drum mag for an AK. RPK 16, which I'm assuming is a AK, but it's more or less a automatic rifle. I can't think of the name. It's probably for an automatic rifle and a machine gun, light machine gun, whatever. Light machine gun, that's what I was trying to say. Cloud Defense OWL Light, that's pretty nice. It's like a laser point, but this also looks like the thing that sticks on the side or the top of the weapon, the laser point. Hand grip, folding stock, that's nice for AKS-74. This looks like a suppressor, maybe? Emissary Development Group hand stop and Wit Machine Big Body 223. A work in progress, I guess. And this is also, so this is all the parts. So like that's the suppressor on there. I believe it's a suppressor. I wouldn't see why not. But you have the aim point. You have the drum mag for the AK-74 SU, or AK-74S. No. I am completely tripping. AKS-74, Jesus. It's AKS-74 with the drum mag, aim point, folding stock. Very, very nice rendition. Also is the railing. Sorry, guys. I am back. Of course, it would be cut, so you don't see anything that happens. So basically, this is all the attachments on that weapon that they've utilized. It's a really nice render and rendition of it. So, of course, these are the models of a faction that will be used in Invictus. It looks like some type of militia insurgent. I don't know. It's really a new Eastern European. I can't fucking say. New Eastern European militant model. So that's pretty close for the storyline. Maps. So I guess they have experimented with new lighting on maps, such as Kofji, which is really, really nice. And it made updates to the foliage, as you can see in some pictures. Lamdong, which is the Vietnam map, lighting was also experimented with on Lamdong. It was very, very nice. Brazil also had some experimentation to its lighting. Looks nice, of course. More world props and environmental assets have been made to help flesh out all the detailing maps, which means there are ammo crates, there are looks like fuel storages or something. I'm assuming that's fuel. I'm not really too sure what that is. I'm going to scroll all the way back. I forgot about that. I have to open up in a new tab. Let's scroll all the way back down. All right, here we go. Looks like some type of, ammo crates and fuel and cement blocks and all. That's pretty cool. Foliage. More foliage assets were created for the use on existing and upcoming maps. It's really nice. Look at the trees and everything. Foliage is a big part of warfare, so of course when you're in the Middle East, you want to I mean, you do have a lot of sand, but like places like Afghanistan do have some trees with some villages, so it's good to have foliage represent real life, which is nice. As you can see right here, it looks very, very nice. Upcoming work in progress features, animation overhaul. As I mentioned at the start of the dev blog, we are currently working on the complete overhaul to our entire animation system and pipeline. This rework is going to allow us to make the weapon animations more dynamic, procedural, reduce the amount of animations needed per set, and open the door to many new functionalities and features that we have long planned for, such as weapon resting, bipoding using canted and backup sights, holding the weapon in alternative forms. And he actually does. So I am going to still list this in the description, but we're going to go ahead and watch this video because this is what Blue Drake had basically posted in the chat for, and he also posted this on his YouTube channel. But you can go watch the whole video. I'll link it in the description. UI overhaul. This is apparently the new UI that looks actually very promising. We are also working on a complete overhaul to the UI UX of the game, which will not only encompass what the menus look like, but also the in-game UI. Here's some mock-up redesigns. Missions, multiplayer options, mods. Very simple, very nice. I'm sure there's going to be a setting somewhere. That looks very promising right here. This menu looks very, very good. Very, very simple to use because not only does it show the different filters you can do off the bat, there's also advanced search options. It's very, very nice. Mods, you can, of course, add, delete mods here. That looks very nice. And this is the work in progress concept of the new UI. I think this UI is okay. It might be a little bit too... I don't know how to describe it. It might be a little bit too simple and too clean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's a weird thing to say, but like for example, when you look at the semi-auto and the 6, I'm guessing is your magazine amount. It does look a little too minimal. I feel like that should be a little bit better looking in a way. The running stamina and the position your player is in the bottom left doesn't look bad. I feel like my only complaint, honestly, is just the magazine and the what rate of fire you're at is just kind of a little too minimalistic. But I mean, it's still in a work in progress, so I'm sure they'll update it sooner than later. But other than that, there are the last section, which is other fixes and improvements. The lead programmer optimizes the game's file structure and package so that the patch process is a bit more faster and more consistent for the new updates on Steam. Among some other miscellaneous fixes and tweaks, he has also finished up the first iteration of mod support that was included in the last SDK release. So that is the whole development blog for number 14 for September. Of course, we are now almost in November. We're like days away from November, which means main menu overhaul, Steam distribution should be in the works or almost done. I'll have some more updates for you in the future whenever that gets overhauled, and the animation system. When the animation system comes in, I will have some updates for you guys. I don't think it's in right now. I do not believe it's in. Let's see. Like I said, I don't think it's in. The AI system is implemented, but like I said, I don't think that the animation system is in yet. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. It is Top Mess Entertainment. This has been another video for you guys for Operation Doorstop. Thank you guys so much. I'll have the links in the description to the video, to their Patreon, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I'm making more content, and have a great day, guys. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you Razilla. I'm going to show the bots, how they're automatically assigned to a squad, and their new movement style and their new updates to their models and such. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to be on the PMC. Rifleman. Go ahead and select the spawn. So let's go ahead and add bots. Add bots. 32. So they're spawned in. Look at their movement now. Look at that. They're not glitchy anymore. They actually turn, move, run, and they are assigned 2 squads now. If we go to here, they're assigned to squads now, which is really, really cool. And I believe they can also attack and defend objectives, which is really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and follow them. Now you can look at their movements and you can tell that they're definitely way better than what they were before. Look at this. Look at how they're moving and shooting and shit. Look. It's awesome. Crouching and everything. That's a big improvement. That's a big improvement there right there. And you can also see the reloads too. I'll watch this guy's reload if he shoots. Yeah, you can see they actually have a reload animation too, which is nice. That's awesome. This is Top Mass Entertainment.